Hey Gemini, and welcome to your January 2021 general tarot reading. This could apply to your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Please keep in mind the messages could always go vice versa. So if I'm saying you're doing something and it's the other person, just flip the roles and run with it. And also, some of the information may resonate now. These are intended to be predictive, so if it's not quite adding up yet, maybe try checking back in a couple weeks and it may add up then. Maybe even go into past videos and don't focus too much on your sun sign or your personal chart, because every zodiac sign is influencing your life in some way or another. So if the title resonates with you or seems to be something you may be going through, go ahead and watch that video, because like these things they can be timeless and they can be cyclical and repeat. All right, Gemini, so for the channeled messages I was getting is she drives me crazy like no one else. I can't help myself. Phantom of the Opera. And then later I had gotten, Oh, Black Betty. So just in those few channeled messages, what I'm getting is, well, her name could be Betty. Doesn't have to be. But is that you may be in a situation of which it's like reactive or responsive abuse, where somebody is really good at acting like they're innocent and they didn't do anything to deserve you lashing out on them, or it's like somebody, the feeling I'm getting is like, okay, so you know how you have those situations of which there'll be like one person that gets beat up like 10 times in 1 year by 10 separate people, and all of those people end up going to court, but nothing ever ends up happening to the antagonizer. At what point does the antagonizer be held accountable for creating such havoc or torment in somebody's mind or life that it has people who would normally not be the assaultive type or aggressive type to lose their shit completely and end up beating the crap out of this person? And like they're constantly going out and getting restraining orders, whatever it is. Like, who's the common denominator amongst these 10 people? Obviously, they're the poisoned fruit. So this is somebody who, and I've been using this example a lot, and I heard it somewhere else. I can't remember where, but it's like a dog whistle. So you could be in a room full of people, and you have a dog in the room. And let's say I have a dog whistle and nobody knows that I have it. And I start blowing that dog whistle. And then the dog starts responding to it and acting crazy because the dog can hear it, nobody else can hear it, and nobody knows I have the dog whistle. But the dog is obviously being stimulated by something that's very real and perceivable by that dog, right? And that's why that dog is acting up. But I'm sitting here secretly blowing the whistle like, I don't know what's wrong with the dog. And then I'll wait 10 minutes, blow the whistle, and make the dog go crazy again and distract people from me to pay attention to the actual abusee. These kind of relationships are like a drug addiction. People like this will devalue you, degrade you, after they made you feel like you were on top of the world. And then it leaves you with a sense of withdrawal from them. And they are the only place you can get that sense of acceptance and that approval. Well, that's what you develop in your mind. So this is you, or this could be somebody that you're dealing with is going through this. I'm not going to say you're doing this to somebody. I would hope not. But I'm not feeling that way. And it doesn't help that you're Gemini, too. So you're always in your mind anyway, trying to pick things apart. So this person acting like you're stupid or playing you like a fool, like you could have caught them red-handed, and then they'd tell you that you're lying, that never happened. Another example would be, let's say you changed your bed sheets, and you put blue bed sheets on that morning. Well, when you leave the room, they go in there, they turn them to brown bed sheets. And so when you go back in there, you ask them, why'd you change the bed sheets? I just changed them this morning. Well, I didn't change the bed sheets. Well, yes, you did, because I put blue ones on there. They will literally convince you to believe that the sheets had been brown the entire time. And there's really no reason to lie about it, right? Maybe they just don't like the color blue. But they feel like they need to lie and manipulate every situation in order to come out ahead, no matter how insignificant the situation is. So this could be a romantic connection. This could be a professional connection. It could be a legal connection. It could be related to all different facets of your life. So this person is very intelligent but plays dumb, pinky in the brain. So it may be that they play dumb as that's their way of, yeah, actually controlling you because or other people around them, because people don't perceive them as an actual threat. They automatically assume that they're more intelligent than this person. But this is how this person gets by. You could be dealing with a Cancer, a Scorpio. I had also picked up Virgo, Aries, and Capricorn. Doesn't have to be those signs. It could just be the energy. This person always has an escape route. This person always has an alibi. This person always has their victim story like memorized in their head. They probably rehearse it. This person is a undercover thirst trap. Then I heard the name Sandy, Sandra, Keisha, Kaisha, Brian. And then, which way did he go? George, which way did he go? So it could be George. And then I was hearing to infinity and beyond. So that could just be a confirmation. Or it could be that this is how this person has always been. Or there's no limit to how far this person will go to get their victim story or mentality validated by people. So the last of the channeled messages I got was, when you are dealing with this person, regardless of what type of connection it is, this person is going to try and drag you off into rabbit holes and take you away from the actual subject matter or the important meat of the conversation. And they will take you off down these rabbit holes. The next thing, you're arguing about stuff that didn't even pertain or concern your original complaint. So address this or approach this argument or this discussion like a scalpel. And every time they try to, come at you like a shotgun, you need to direct it back to the scalpel. Be very precise. If they want to talk about something else, say to them, well, that's neither here nor there to the topic that I had brought up. But if you'd like to discuss that later, we can do that. But right now, this is the concern that I wanted to discuss. I don't want to get too far off track and not get it addressed. November 12th, 7 or 77, 86, 91 or 92. I heard Texas, Alan, Richard. I do love the name Richard. I have a keychain that has the name Richard on it because, I'm Richard, but that's a dick to you. Henry. Somebody worried about going to the penitentiary or somebody that's been in prison. Musket. So Black Buddy. Okay, maybe it's a Black Buddy. I don't know. Black Betty can mean musket, bottle of whiskey, a whip, like the whip that they would use in the back in slavery and on the plantations. And it could be like a penitentiary transfer vehicle, like so a prison transfer vehicle or somebody who works in a penitentiary or, transfers prisoners for a living. There may be something that's pending a final judgment or opinion. So if this is to do with court, try to, if you're the one who is looking at charges, because let's say there was some kind of altercation between you and this person because of, Black Betty, there's something abusive about this. There's something that's cyclical and constantly reoccurring. And it says that somebody maybe trying to capture you was what I was hearing. So that could be obviously being picked up on a warrant. There's the name Tim and Jim had come up. Somebody trying to convict somebody of something that they didn't do. And this, so let's say it's the county prosecutor or an employer. They're literally withholding information from the person who would make the final judgment in order to just get their way or see it through that you get punished. But have faith because the truth is going to get dropped like a truth bomb. Then I heard Lynn, Isaac, and Donna, Paul, and Philip. Somebody wanting to push somebody else. I just heard Chelsea and Taylor. Wanting to push somebody else to confess to guilt voluntarily. And then it says, don't do that. Deny, because that is part of their plot. They don't have any factual information. They have hearsay. And hearsay, especially if you're in criminal court, is not enough to convict you of, beyond a reasonable doubt, or prove, to meet the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. So this person, if let's say this was a court situation, or you are at a position where you feel threatened that you're going to lose something very significant to you, like a job or a child or your freedom or your money, just know that there is hope in this situation. Don't buckle underneath their threats, because they're going to be turning up the pressure, trying to get you to agree to do something. They may be trying to make you seem like you're incompetent of the actions you're taking. Just remember that in, like, let's say the judicial system, all of them work together, even the attorney that's paid to represent you. Whether you private pay or you have a public defender, they all end up protecting each other in the end. Bros before hoes. It does look like, from what I'm hearing, is that when this truth comes out, or when you bring them the truth of the situation, like the actual facts instead of hearsay, it will get dropped. Because, obviously, they don't have a case against you. All right, for your cards, what I'm seeing. All right, so I decided to use this card game, and it's called Comment Below. And what I'm seeing here in the cards is that somebody is so confused by a woman. If you look at the woman over here, she literally, she could be older than you. Doesn't have to be. She could act like she's more mature than you or knows more than you, and it could be a man too. But she's like a thirst trap. But what am I doing wrong? I ain't doing anything wrong. And so in the status is Charlie got out again. If you see him, please call. We can't find him anywhere. And then go from that to I love well-cooked cabbage. So it's like this person seems to resonate or understand conversations you've had with them in trying to resolve conflicts that you've had together, but then turns around and acts clueless when they get caught doing it again. Like, no, I never said that. No, that's what you thought, or that's what you said. That's not how I felt. But you know darn well that they had said that, or they had done that. Like I had said, you could catch them red-handed. You could get them on video, and they would still play stupid, like that's not them, or they don't know what you're talking about. I do feel like this person either steals from you or keeps information from you. And it puts you in a state of being like, I don't know, contradicting your own self and what your truth is and what your knowledge is. I think that this may be dangerous to you because it puts you into fits of anger. Because this person, let's say this person is constantly posting Facebook selfies. It's all right to do that. I'm not judging anybody for it. But it's, if you want attention, you want attention. Shit. It's everybody wants attention. But this person acts clueless of what their motivation behind it is, or other men start talking to him, or women start talking to him, and then they act like, oh no, we're just friends. There's nothing there. Or, oh, we're cousins. Or, we're like siblings. We grew up together. Come to find out, they've been, scrogging on the down low for the last 3 years. I just heard Monica. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a few cards now. And see what you got going on, Gemini. Show us what Gemini has going on for the month of January 2021. Knight of Swords. And now I'm hearing that song by, I think it's Trina. Here you go. Here we go again. And she's calling you at 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't take this no more. And now I'm hearing that you wonder why they call you bitch by Tupac. Brenda, maybe. Maybe you're dealing with a Brenda. All right, so then after the Knight of Swords, we have the Fool, Judgment, Three of Cups, and underneath the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. So the Knight of Swords can be losing your patience, losing your tact when having conversation, coming in with, the scalpel truth, like cutting straight to the, cutting out all the bullshit and getting straight to the truth. If this is a court situation, you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If this is to do with a court situation, it may be your best option to do this, because I do feel like, let's say the judge is unaware of the hidden information of this. Like, let's say, I don't know. I don't even know a good example of it. But, like, let's say you have your phone records from Sprint, and this person's trying to get you for harassing them, but you can prove on your phone records, like, I never called them. And they're saying you call them like 50 times a day, that kind of thing. That this will be like an unexpected information that comes in that creates a new perspective in somebody's eyes. So maybe like if there was a judge, or if there were a prosecutor, or there were a friend or a significant other, a boss, that were coming in at you like this sword has blood on it, coming in all guts and glory, they are gonna like chill once they hear this. It's like, oh, I was about ready to nuke the shit out of the wrong people. Like they're gonna take that finger off that fire button. And you will be having something to celebrate after this. You could reunite with this person, work things out too if there's been problems. Maybe this has been a process of learning for both of you. Now I'm also hearing Black Hole's Sun. And I believe I was hearing that in the Virgo reading too. So we have the Ace of Cups. Then the Seven of Swords in reverse here. Two of Wands. Yeah, there's going to be a decision. What was once a decision that was going to be deceptive or based off of like fruit from a poison tree is now it's almost like it's going to be suppressed, and that information is now irrelevant when they're viewing you and offering you their patience and their grace and love and kindness to give you a new opportunity to express what it was, of how, like, yeah, there's this action is going to be stopped in its tracks. You could be dealing with a fire sign. You could be dealing with a water sign, which would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And we also have air here. And the only thing I'm not seeing so far is the Pentacle. That doesn't mean you're not dealing with an earth sign. Somebody's name could be Charlie. Someone could like doing 69. 80 may be significant. I'm just going to pull a few Lenormand and we'll see what those have to say about what's coming in. What kind of energies you can expect. If I can figure out where I set those things. Try not to misplace your information. Like if you are going to court, be sure to have this stuff ready to go and you don't lose it, because it's important. Well, I don't know where the ones I usually use are, but I have another deck. And Gemini, like, if you don't mind, like, explaining to me, like, if this does resonate to you, what this scenario is for you. I find it to be absolutely interesting how, like, the same storyline can be going on in so many different facets of life. Some may be financial, others are, relationship-wise. Now I'm hearing, get up off of that thing. So if you're intimidated or scared to approach it, like you feel like it don't matter no how, like it will make a difference if you try. Like don't get too scared of it that you end up being your own demise. So we have the crossroads, or pathway, if you want to call it that, the whip, the fox, the tree, the birds, the ring, the mouse, the coffin, the book, and the bear. There's going to be some kind of conversations to do with possibly something to do with abuse or addiction, about either a legal document or ending a legal document. So let's say that you were like on probation or something like that, or if you're married, whatever it is, or you have a contract or a financial contract and you already did pay it off, but they're trying to get more money out of you. This is going to come to an end. Like whatever this is that has been at a crossroads and trying to be determined is coming to an end. Your hard work and dedication to take control of this situation, possibly a mother or a boss helping you out, somebody coming in and taking charge. It could even be like a girlfriend, even a baby mom coming in to shed light on some kind of information or has helped you out along the way. Maybe she feels guilty or he feels guilty. Anywho, there has been some kind of long-standing anxiety pertaining to this situation. I think it even goes back further than whatever instance or incident this is pertaining to. So this has been a cyclical issue between you and another person, you and another entity. Something has changed. Maybe you quit drinking. Maybe you started going to church. Maybe you've developed your spirituality. You've grown. This was definitely the stuff that was meant to put like you in a pressure cooker because your soul was becoming too large for your old behavior patterns or cognitive behavior understandings to continue to be that way. So it's like forcing you to change, forcing you out of that cognitive coping mechanisms that you had. It does look like whatever this is, there is hope here, but it's going to take work. It's going to require your work and your effort to prove you don't deserve this kind of commitment, or prove what's been going on in this situation, or work at it to get over the conflict or the abuse. You and this person can work it out, or you can end it. Whatever end state desire you're looking for out of your situation, you can do it. You just have to remain calm. Keep it simple. Remember to always keep it, the scalpel analogy here, and remain open-minded. And the last thing you want to do is become reactive or aggressive. All right, Gemini, I'm going to take this over into the Patreon site there. Sorry, I just had like a complete brain fart there. I'm going to take this over to Patreon, and I'm going to clarify all of this further and see if we can dig in and see if we can find some more information for you regarding this and or other things you may be dealing with this month of January 2021. If you choose to join me over there, awesome. We'd love to have you. If this is where we part ways, make good choices, have a good day, and I will be seeing you again soon. Talk to you later, Gemini.